Welcome to the World Register. The World Register is an independent news source providing truthful, unbiased, and timely reporting about people, places, and events. Reuters news agency reports that the Harvey storm system, now in its fourth day, has killed at least 9 people and led to mass evacuations in Houston, Texas. According to the report, 30,000 people were expected to seek emergency shelter. Officials said reservoirs built to handle drainage water were beginning to overflow. They urged residents to evacuate as they released water to alleviate pressure on 2 dams, a move that would add to flooding along the Buffalo Bayou waterway that runs through the area. Officials called for immediate evacuations around a Columbia Lakes levee that had been breached by Harvey's floodwaters. Some 3,500 people already have been rescued from high waters in the Houston area, with police, firefighters, and National Guard troops trying to locate those stranded. Reuters also reports that a levee along the Brazos River south of Houston breached on Tuesday due to heavy storms from Tropical Storm Harvey, forcing residents to evacuate low-lying areas. Matt Sebesta, the chief administrator of Brazoria County, urged residents of the Columbia Lakes neighborhood to leave, saying, quote, "They need to get out, get to higher ground in Angleton," end quote. Columbia Rivers is located about 50 miles from Houston, close to Brazos River. The Houston area's rivers have started to flood. Officials warned residents of 6 northern Houston neighborhoods to evacuate around 2 water reservoirs that had started to overflow. The Washington Times reports that the Federal Bureau of Investigation said Hillary Clinton's case isn't interesting enough to the public to justify releasing the FBI's files on her. The Bureau has rejected an open records request by a lawyer seeking to have the former Secretary of State punished for perjury. Lawyer Ty Clevenger has been trying to get Mrs. Clinton and her personal lawyers disbarred for their handling of her official emails during her time as Secretary of State. He has been met with resistance among lawyers, and now his request for information for the FBI's files has been denied. In a letter, FBI Records Management Section Chief David M. Hardy told Mr. Clevenger, quote, "You have not sufficiently demonstrated that the public's interest in disclosure outweighs personal privacy interests of the subject. It is incumbent upon the requester to provide documentation regarding the public's interests in the operations and activities of the government before records can be processed pursuant to the FOIA," end quote. Mrs. Clinton was the 2016 Democratic presidential nominee, a former chief diplomat, a former U.S. Senator, and the former First Lady of both the United States and Arkansas. Her use of a secret email account to conduct government business while leading the State Department was front-page news for much of 2015 and 2016, and was so striking that the then FBI Director, James Comey, broke with procedure and made both a public statement and appearances before Congress to talk about the Bureau's probe. And Southfront reports that warplanes of the U.S.-led coalition have accidentally carried out airstrikes on Kurdish units of the Syrian Democratic Forces in Raqqa, Syria, according to reports in the Arab media. The incident allegedly took place in a neighborhood amid ongoing clashes between the SDF and the Islamic State. According to reports, 10 SDF fighters were reportedly killed in the airstrikes. If confirmed, this could impact negatively the coordination between Kurdish SDF units and U.S. forward air controllers operating on the ground.